We're back.
Back again.
Thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure, of course.
I had my little sip.
It's
And yeah, I had technical difficulties
okay.
last episode, right?
Everything happens for a reason.
Yep. But now we're back. Maybe because we needed more than just 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think so.
Needed more than 2 hours. Stuff needed to happen in the last week. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know, some things from stories that we spoke about last time that needed some more information, which we received. So it was fantastic. So it was fine. It's supposed to be like that. You know.
I agree with that. So now in the last episode, we ended off with, might as well just pick it up from where we were, was the plantations.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. I feel I kind of flip-flop because the way you explained it made sense to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, let's knock them down.
And then I came back with the whole, sacred ground kind of thing.
And but it's I believe, right?
Yeah.
But this is my theory on that.
Mm-hmm.
I say, now that I thought about it, I had a week to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they have to stay there. I'm really, you know what's weird with this podcast that I've been noticing? I'm really trying to watch my mouth. And that's crazy because that's not why I started this.
No.
You get what I mean? I kind of like.
You want to be politically correct, but
No, I don't. That's the thing, though.
Okay.
I don't want to be politically correct. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
I don't, because being political correctness has gone so far that now it's like you can't say anything.
Nope.
You can't say anything.
But that's why you have this. So
but I'm still censoring myself, because if me and you talked outside of here, I might say exactly what I'm saying. And not saying what I'm saying is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what I'm saying is right. Yeah. It's just I'm like, oh, they gonna catch feelings. And because they're not included in this conversation.
Yeah.
They feel left out, and that turns into anger.
Yeah.
So now that's what but you know what? All right. I'm going to work on that, because at this point, I don't give a damn. I don't need this. I'm not doing this for the money, so who cares?
Yeah.
This is why I think we should keep them on our plantations. Because in the future, if that is there to see, obviously ran by blacks, whoever's going to hold it in a respectable manner, show it for the truth that it was. So now, as blacks, when black folks go to see it in the future, the kids, they're like, what are those scars on their backs? And they're like, oh, this is what white people did to you. How? And then they're like, what? Oh, but it gets deeper than that. You came from here. This is what happens. The whole ship right over here. Only a small percentage made it.
Yep.
The rest died on the way here.
Or jumped off ship.
And so the percentage that came on those ships was small. And what they also failed to realize, that Africans were already here. They were already blacks mingling. Oh, you hear that? Perfect storm. Sound like some Mobb Deep shit, right? But that's what I mean. So let's keep that. And young black people in the future could see the atrocities of what it is for their culture.
I completely agree with that, especially the fact it being owned by black people.
Yes, let them not no shucking jiving black dude. It gotta be somebody like a Malcolm X. Like, no.
Yeah.
We're not putting up a plaque here saying, oh, it wasn't that bad. No.
No, true to life. Like,
horrific. It has to be horrific.
You know what it has to? I'm sorry to cut you off. It has to be like the Holocaust Museum.
That's where I was gonna go with it.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I swear on everything I love. That's the third point. Second point. For future white younger generation, they have to know what. Because if we're gonna teach our kids our race and our ancestors. And our history, be it Puerto Rican, black, Haitian, Guatemala, Asian, North Korea, South Korea, everybody knows. White people got to know that your great-great-grandfather, maybe even just great-grandfather, could have been involved with this. Now they have to see that as well.
Yep.
They have to see. And in those two things, I feel we've been soft too long. This is what I mean. What I've been trying to. I'm not catering to somebody like they can't handle that. That's unnecessary. They know. No. Mm-hmm. They need to see the scars on the backs. Mm-hmm. They need to see the lynching photos. Yep. Well, I'm not glorifying it.
No,
but they have to see it.
And it's not like fairly new term that I learned. Murder porn.
Murder porn.
That's a fairly new term that I had learned. Murder porn. It's not murder porn. It's reality. This is the reality that's happened, and yeah, everybody should see that for what it is.
Yeah, everybody should see it. Exact. And then the third point was the Holocaust Museum. Mm-hmm. When you go there and they have I didn't go there, obviously.
I haven't been there either, but I've heard so much about it.
They have that one display with all the shoes, where they gathered up all the shoes. Mm-hmm. Listen, you can't tell me if you have a heart and a soul, if you were standing there and saw the actual shoes in front of your face behind a piece of glass, that you can't look at a little pair of shoes. Not a normal size shoes, a woman's 6, a man's 8, 9, 10. You're like, but when you see a kid size 3, you're like, oh.
Yep.
I think about my homies' kids. I think about my nieces and nephews. And then I'm like, oh,
they could have been.
This is bananas.
That could have been them. In another part of the earth, the Holocaust could have happened, and that would have been it.
Exactly.
We had genocides. We had the genocide on American soil with the indigenous people. We had the genocide in what is Kim Kardashian? The Armenian genocide.
Yep.
Where there's like they killed a large percentage. I can't even think of but they was a large percentage.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
So can you imagine, imagine having museums dedicated to that and seeing the faces and everything. I mean, in the Holocaust Museum, when you walk in, I think they give you a card, or they used to, I'm not sure what it is now, but they give you a card of a person who was in the camp.
Okay.
And when you go through it, you put your card in some machine, and it'll tell you if that person survived or not.
Oh, that's deep.
Yo.
I don't want to have the non-survivor card.
Yeah, but you're going through their story. You know what I'm saying? You're
at the end, they tell you?
At the end, they tell you. But you're going through their story. You know what I'm saying? You're hearing their past, whatever, blah, 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 blah. You're like, it's like a character in a movie, right? They have the character in the movie, and, you're loving them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to give you an example. Is it Alpha Dog, the one with Justin Timberlake?
I barely watch movies nowadays.
It's an old movie. It scarred me for life.
Did it?
So they kidnapped this kid
for life.
I'm so that it's ingrained in me. So I can imagine a movie did that to me. I can imagine living this shit.
Yeah.
It's a movie about this group of people who kidnapped a teenager. I think he was like 16, whatever. Then they were gonna kill him, or they're holding for ransom, or whatever they were doing, right? And then so, the movie goes on, he makes an excuse to like somebody that got somebody else out of trouble. And, he's starting to look like a good kid, you know what I'm saying? And then he's
the kidnapper or the kidnappee?
The kidnappee, the kid. He's like making friends with these guys.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, but not even that. He didn't like his home or something like that. And
so he was like, this ain't even that bad.
No, he was scared, but he was fine because they were feeding him, and they were old, they were men with him. They weren't treating him horribly. And then at the end, bro.
Spoiler alert. If just in case, what year did this come out?
It's old. It's like,
so don't catch feelings.
Time, all whatever. Right. If you haven't seen the movie, I'm gonna tell you about this part, and you don't have to see it because it'll whatever. They kill him, but I'm gonna tell you how they kill him.
Yeah.
What happened was, somebody said you gotta get rid of him. So the crazy one of the group went and dug a hole. And the kid was like there, and the guy just sprayed him with a machine gun. The kid died.
Oh.
Now I'm seeing this. I'm like, I'm falling in love with the character because he's cool. But bam.
And you're like, what the?
So that's what they do with the card at the Holocaust Museum. They make you fall in love with the person you have in your hand. Like, you know, they could be your age. They could be your kid's age. They could be, you know, your mother's age, whatever. But you have a connection with this person because they're a person. And then at the end, you find out if they lived through it or they died. You know what I'm saying? But you have that. So the plantation home.
Yeah, I think we should keep them. Because you know what?
I agree as long as it's black owned. As long as
yeah.
you know they give it to, you know, say like I said last time, the Joneses. They give it to one of the slaves of the Jones. Like they can give the plantation house to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And then and she, you know, say she runs it. She puts it the way she needs to put it, you know, with everything.
Yeah.
But give it to a descendant of the slaves from that plantation home.
Yeah.
And then museum it up. That's fine.
Yeah, and I feel like there should be a donation. Like, you know how there's museums where like some of them really don't have an entrance fee. They're just like run off donations.
Yeah.
And I feel like those donations should. Hear that rain out here? It's crazy.
I'm a pluviophile. You don't even know what that is?
Nah, what is that?
God. It's a person who loves the rain.
I hate the rain.
Oh, I love the rain.
I can't stand the rain.
I can't stand the rain. It's such a cleansing
window.
experience. It's such a cleansing for a person who's, you know, like me. You know what I'm saying?
I can't
I'm a
stand
spiritual type of person.
It's depressing for me.
Oh no, that's the way you're viewing it.
It's so depressing.
You change your view, everything will change. Watch.
Change my. All right, hold on. We're gonna figure that out. All right, but this is what I mean. All right, so I think we should keep them. Okay. I feel like we should keep them.
Okay.
And you know what? Because this is what I mean about like, oh, let me watch what no, we're gonna keep them so y'all could see what human beings are capable of. Human beings did this, whether they were white, Asian, black, whatever. Human beings are capable of taking another human being because they look different and they can do this to them. And now
here's your harsh reality.
Like, cause in 2020, watch it back.
If we had more of those types of places, if we had more of harsh reality in our history books and everything like that, what we're going through today with everything, you know, the racism and everything, probably wouldn't be as shocking. Probably wouldn't be on the level because then we were.
Oh, you think it'll normalize it?
No. I think slightly, not completely, but I think slightly it would. Because in the history books, I watched a documentary today.
Hold on, let's go back 1 second. My
my
bad.
bad.
So you're saying if it was expressed more, like we had more graphic, like, oh shit, you would think it'd do what?
I would think that people would not say, oh, that happened so long ago.
Oh, right. I get where you're going with it. I get what you're saying. It's like 9/11, never forget.
Yeah, they would, because, you know, 9/11 is never forgotten for the past, that happened in 2001.
Yeah, 9/11, yeah, 2001.
Yeah, 2001. Yeah. So here we are in 2020, and we're still living it like it was yesterday.
Never forget. You know what? This is another thing. Hold that thought where you're going with it, right?
No, it's okay.
I had to get this off my chest, right?
Go ahead.
With this whole situation that's going on, I'm starting to look at some of my friends like, yo, I don't think we on the same level anymore. And I want to sit down and talk to them and be like, yo, fam, what are you talking about?
Listen.
Because they're talking when I see their posts, I'm like, that sounds completely 180 from the person I know. And granted, we haven't chilled in 5, 6, 7 years, but we did a lot of shit together. And you chilled around blacks, Spanish, whites, Asians. And now your posts that I'm reading, yo, my man, it sounds like you flying a Confederate flag out the back of your pickup truck.
I'm going to tell you right.
You grew up a block away from Amboy.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now.
I don't know.
The people that we grew up with, We grow up with all kinds of people. You know what I'm saying? They have gone through their things. You know what I'm saying? They have gone through, girlfriends, wives, children, moved away, blah, blah, blah. All right? They have taken on a whole new understanding of life. Not even persona. They're still the same people, but now their views their views have changed. Either their views have changed or they never changed. It was like that from the beginning, but they hid it very well.
It wasn't sparked up yet.
Yeah.
But did they hide it? This is my thing though. You're right. It could have been that was an underlying feeling. Mm-hmm. But the ones that I know, I'm like, maybe it was the whole time.
I'm about to say, you're not in their mind. You're their friend. You hung out with them. But a lot of people always they play roles. Wherever they go, they have to play a role. If they hang out with certain people, they play a role. You were breakdancing crew, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be cool and part of that breakdancing crew, you couldn't say, this is extreme, but you can't say white power. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Even though that's how you feel, you're trying to be a part of this group. You know what I'm saying? So they can't really tell you exactly how they feel. It's,
yeah, you're right. But regardless of all that.
Because let me tell you.
It's like, yo, you're crazy. Now I feel like me and you can't be friends. Like I can't be a friend. Unless we sit down. Unless this is another problem. It's easy for someone to put something online. Yeah. Whether it be about religion. Because I can go ham on religion.
Let's not. That's a whole nother thing.
And I don't know if I'll ever touch religion because of the fact that I don't know if I could sit next to a religious person. I feel like I'm open-minded. Mm-hmm. I'll hear you. Yeah. I won't even try to bully you. Mm-hmm. I got questions though. Mm-hmm. Now I need a religious person that's gonna be like, okay, I get your question. This is how I feel. But if I hit you with something that you don't like, you can't just shut down. Like, come on. Because if you hit me with something that you don't like, I'm not gonna shut down. Yeah. Let's address it.
I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? I've been the religious person, and I've been the person to question a religious person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's for, we're not even going to get on that right now.
Let's just leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that right now. But yeah, some friends I'm like,
oh no, I don't know. I had somebody hit me up. Oh my goodness. I had somebody hit me up about, I've been posting a lot. I just want to get information out there. I want, people to understand some things, that are not explained. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to push people to vote. There's a lot of things I'm trying to do with my posting. But I get this one person, and we knew each other back in the day, back in Amboy. He, for every post, he hasn't posted on every post, but basically for every post that, I send or something like that, there was some type of like
he had to be like, oh, I'm gonna get it.
And I'm pretty sure he's a Republican.
Yeah. Are you hear that?
I love storms. I'm telling you, I'm living the life right now. I'm here talking to you about something I'm very passionate about, and then there's a storm outside.
Perfect
I am
storm.
in my element right now. This is so my element.
I'm happy you feel that way.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But so this dude, he like I said, I think he's a Republican. You know what I'm saying? But he tries to hit me with some like gotchas, and I don't know if you've met me or you right now, but I come with conviction. I come with.
That's what I love.
Confidence. Like, it is. Every word
it's
I
anger.
say.
It's like, listen.
No, it's not even.
Not even anger.
Not even anger. It's my confidence.
Yo.
I'm confident in what I say. You know how you have a person. We'll go back to religion real quick because that's where I learned how to be confident and have conviction.
Yeah.
Is because
let's say. Well, how long have I known you too?
Ooh.
Since what? Kindergarten?
I don't know.
Kindergarten it was. It was kindergarten.
Nah, I'm slightly older than you.
Didn't your mom teach her? Was your mom a teacher?
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Para. Yeah.
Catholic school. You were what? 1 year ahead of me?
Oh yeah. You were in the kindergarten program.
Word.
Right?
What were you? 1 year ahead of me, right?
I don't know. How old are you? Don't ask me. I'll tell you.
I'm 38.
Then a year.
Then 1 year.
Then a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how long I've known you, and that's why I'm so happy that I asked you to come here, right?
I appreciate
For the last episode, because I was like, I have seen this woman my whole life.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Man,
Different stages.
Different stages.
But my whole life. And now where you are now was like,
I'm ready.
oh, that's what we need.
I'm ready.
A strong woman like that to be like, listen.
This is it. This is how I feel. You come at, you know, when a person comes at me, I don't want to disrespect. I welcome opinions. Absolutely. I welcome, I know you have your own opinion. If I say one or two things and you're still on that same opinion, guess what? I'm going to back up because you're not, I can't help you. But I will tell you, I will have a retort for you. I will try to school you on what you just said. I'm going to give you a reason. I'm going to give you whatever. But I'm going to do it with confidence because I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. But that's how, that's how it should be.
And if I don't know, I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out. I'm going to go. What did we do before this?
Oh, we out here. We got the.
We're Googling stuff.
Yeah.
We're making sure, the points,
we ready.
I like when I come here at first and we chit chat a little bit. Not even about what's going on here.
This is how's life.
But yeah, and we're like, how's life? Or yo, did you this one? I always go, this one online today told me this.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, watch your mouth, bro. Yeah, word. But hold on, back to your Republican. You think maybe Republican?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a Trump supporter and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna dismiss Trump supporters. I'm gonna tell you why, because
I don't either.
But I don't. Well, a lot of people will. They're like, oh, why don't you delete them? You know why? Because I'm 38 myself, and all these people that I encounter, I have spent time with. It may have not been a lot of time, but I spent time with, and I grew to appreciate everybody, and I truly love people. Yeah. And I love every person. Like, I'll tell, if I say, yo, I love you, and I get looks sometimes. I get I love you, and then they're like, huh? And they won't tell me back. I don't care if you tell me back. I want you to know that I love you because once upon a time or whatever it is, I had, I spoke with you, or I have a love for human beings. So bang. So I'm not going to delete you unless you disrespect me outright.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I want to give you that platform for you to sound crazy.
Yeah. So you go ahead and sound crazy.
I don't care.
I'm cool.
Ain't gonna face me none.
So the whole this whole thing that I put this today, that I put something about Kaepernick, and I said he's looked at like Martin Luther King Jr. How everybody hated him. Everybody hated Martin Luther King Jr. Well, not everybody, as in people who were fighting with him, but
Oh, the people against his mission statement.
Exactly. And the same thing with Kaepernick. They hate Kaepernick because he made a statement. And he continued to make the statement. So I put them in, in the same sentence. And somebody, who I respect, he had a big fit about it because he's against Kaepernick. But the way he's against Kaepernick, that's how they were against Martin Luther King Jr.
What is his view? Why is he against Kaepernick? Is he a veteran? Is he like what? On what
his
grounds?
Background?
No, what? Not even his background, because we don't gotta
I don't,
out him on here.
Yeah, no.
But what is his point? Like, why is he against him?
The whole disrespecting the flag. Yeah, I mean, you know what? To some people, that's something huge. To me, it is not, because when that flag came about, they were slaves. When that flag came about, and being a veteran, we sent how many Black Americans to war for them to come back and not be able to sit at the food counter. They were still beat up. So that flag,
the whole Jim Crow.
Yeah, Jim Crow. All that to honor a flag that didn't honor them. You know what I'm saying? When they came back from war, or they were living in the America, and they had no respect. So right now we're at the time when Black people and people of color are not respected still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to the extent that we're not allowed to be in places, but enough that we feel the racists are out. You know what I'm saying? We feel
they're emboldened. They feel like now they could like come out of the closet a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, it's cool to be like I could actually be racist now."
What?
Word.
Why? I want to hear why you think that.
Why do I think that?
Why do you think that they feel that they can be racist?
See, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on,
Let's
and
go.
I'm gonna get conspiracy theoried out.
Let's rock it out.
Right? This is what I'm.
I was afraid of that today, but
that I'm gonna get conspiracy theoried out.
No, not as bad as not in a bad way, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, like conspiracy theory, like when you dropped the whole last week, whatchamacallit?
I forgot what I said.
Breonna Taylor, which you had read.
Oh,
listen.
but no, they did though. He did send packages over there.
Yeah, it was confirmed.
Yeah, I checked.
You did.
They found no packages. This is now. I'm gonna get back to conspiracy theory on why racists are gonna come out.
Before
Let's do that before Breonna Taylor, right? Yeah. This is what I mean. Right here, Art of War, right? Mm-hmm. I suggest everybody read it because it is so simple to see the moves of men or man, woman, whoever. Those. See how I gotta get politically correct?
No,
like who gives a damn? You know, not you.
Yeah,
people know what I mean. It is so easy to see the moves of men if you know what moves you should make, right? If it comes to the point where racism was around for an economic goal, sure they hated everybody, sure they didn't like blacks. Sure, they did whatever they did to Native Americans. Because why? They wanted money.
Yeah.
Right? So, therefore, if you think about Trump, he's not even a Republican. He's not. If you listen to all his stuff before, he's not. And I could go ham on Republican and Democratic Party where everybody wants to be a Democratic Party. But I'm like, you don't even know that the Democratic Party was and forced slavery and started KKK.
Until the switch happened years ago.
Until the switch happened. But you know what I hate? When people go straight Democratic Party is so progressive and it's for the people. No. What are you talking about? Did you see what they did to Bernie?
Yeah.
And Hillary Clinton with Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein and that whole... Anyway, so my conspiracy theory is that now you put Trump in office.
Who's boisterous about his opinions about everything.
And this is my thing. People think the president is in charge.
I just put out a video.
Come on.
I just put out a dude rapping about.
Oh, with the yellow.
Yeah.
What's his name? Yellow something. Yeah. I beat that video when it dropped, the day it dropped.
Yeah, I remember seeing it back in the day, but
I was like, oh. It explained the whole government system.
Yeah, it's good for today.
Yeah, it's a timeless track. Yeah. But this is what I mean. Long story short, a president to me, once again, I'm Mel Gibson'd out here, conspiracy shots. He doesn't have the ultimate power that we as a society think he has.
No.
There are checks and balances now. Are those checks and balances fair?
No.
No.
Hell no. They haven't really checked him.
No, I'm saying the checks and balances of our government, it's not fair to begin with.
No.
Let's say Obama. Listen, Art of War. You put somebody that looks like me in office, I'ma calm down because I feel like, homie, we made it. I think I told T. And I was like, oh, he looks like me, so let me chill. Come on. You think that was normal? If they didn't want Obama in there, Obama would have never been in there. No. And you know how you could tell that it wasn't really a good thing? It was a good thing for younger minorities and especially black people to see that.
Yeah.
Because now, hopefully you could tell your son and daughter, like, look, this is where we got to.
Yeah.
But that's on the parent. Like, if I was a parent, I'd be like, look, you can do it. Yep. But I'm not going to tell him this at this age. No. But I'm going to be like, in my head, I'm like, they put him there.
Yeah.
And if you know how I know they put him there? Look at his policies.
I told her already.
His policies were worse than Bush, if anything.
I tell her already. I think it was the same as Bush. I don't think it was.
They gonna
worse.
hate me for saying that. All the Obama fans, they gonna come at me.
If they, you know what, if they really read, and not that I'm, I love Obama for the person that he was.
He was articulate.
Man.
He was
Yeah,
smart.
of course,
he worked his way up. He's from Chicago.
And I rather him than who we have in now. Because the whole point of the whole thing was that to me brought out the racism out of the people. They felt more confident.
When Obama was in there?
No. Now.
Oh, yeah.
Now. When Obama was there, you had a lot. If you saw,
oh no, it was serious, but they couldn't say anything. That's what I mean. So now with Trump there, that's what I mean. They put Trump in there, and now all the racists are like, oh,
the flags are flying.
He's co-signing me.
Yeah,
the president is.
He'll pay my bail money.
Word, but this is my thing. I don't think he will, because to all my white folks. All my white folks.
The white folks or the white racists?
White people in general.
Okay.
Because if you're a Trump supporter, I don't think you're racist. If you support Trump, I don't think you're racist. I don't think you're racist. Because what happens if you support Trump for certain things and you don't agree with another things? Do I automatically have to label you a racist because you support Trump? That doesn't make you a racist. The only thing that makes me know that you're a racist if you act and show actions of a racist. Yeah. But until then, I don't want to generalize anybody for supporting Trump because I don't want them to generalize me because I'm Puerto Rican and I walk down the street and my leg is full of tattoos and I got to fit it on. Show me the respect until you speak to me. Then you make your assumption of who I am. So just because they got a Trump, I am looking at him sideways, though.
I'm about to say.
I'm looking at him sideways.
Because let me tell you,
until I talk to him.
I have my cousin. I love him to death. He actually is a beautiful human being, but he's a Trump supporter too. Some of the stuff that he's posted and that he said is all from the Trump playbook. You know what I'm saying? The Trump talking points, and which make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So with him, I still love him. You know what I'm saying? But I look at him sideways sometimes because. He is a Trump supporter. He's a huge Trump supporter. Is he against what's going on today? Yes, but at the same time, he's also looking, at what the person did wrong to get shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's a deeper level. Yeah, you're right. That issue I don't agree with. But what I'm saying is, let's say I was a business owner and I was making. And I fall into the small business. And even the category of a small business is so stupid. You got to make like $1 million a year profit to be considered a small business. Yeah. So that's one. I don't know the number, but right? Now, if I was a small business, I would support Trump on that level of my taxes. Steve Harvey, come on, man. He don't like Trump. But guess what, though? Because of Trump, he's paying less taxes. The whole tax issue is another thing that we can go into. But at the end of the day, I would pay less taxes. And I'm like, yo, good looks. Because where's my money going?
But if you have a lot of money, you know what I'm saying?
What does it matter?
What?
Like, what does it matter if I have a lot that I got to pay some?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on it.
Look at the 1%. You know what I'm saying? They're not paying any taxes. Look at Jeff Bezos. He pays no taxes.
But this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. You would hope that thought process of like, oh, if you have enough, then who cares, right? But you would hope to God, as a small business, what I would do, which sounds crazy because it's hindsight or like it's a hypothetical. But let's say I was a small business. I got tax cuts. In my heart, the tax cut that I got from the government, I would put into my community because I know my history and I know the struggle of everybody. Now, will I do it once I get in the millions? I would like to think I would.
But I'm going to tell you, those who are supporting Trump because of that, karma is real. You have good karma and you have bad karma.
Yeah, but do you think he's running it?
What?
Trump is running America. He's a reality star.
I know, but he is the spokesperson.
He's the spokesperson,
and that's it. That's it.
Do you think that his word rules when he says something in the White House that it rules?
No, well now he no.
It rules in
Anything-
society. I kind of
any-
get where you're going with
yeah,
it. Like
any-
it rules in society. Like his image does.
Yeah, I mean, he recently with the whole taking the picture in front of the church as propaganda. You know,
That was actually-
rubber bullet people shooting people, and mind you, rubber bullets. You know, for those who don't know, are not really rubber bullets. They are metal on the inside wrapped around with like rubber.
Yeah.
But they're not rubber bullets.
And they're not even supposed to be aimed directly. They're supposed to be bounced off the ground in the direction of the person.
Yeah,
to
but
stop the inertia of it.
There's quite a few people who got brain damage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because they're abusing
Yeah.
that thing.
But nobody's stopping them. So and so now nobody's stopping them directly. Like the chiefs of the departments are not stopping them directly, and Trump is not helping either. Though, what did he say? When the looting starts, the shooting starts, he wanted all that.
Which is a racist statement.
It is. It was who I forgot who said it. It wasn't Reagan. It was somebody.
Let's
else.
find out.
Oh, we got Google
Let's
now.
find out.
When the looting starts, the shooting
What
starts.
is this? Oh no, we're keeping that up there. We're gonna go.
We're gonna go to that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. This is what I'm saying. I don't think.
And put it this way, with Trump, with him saying the things that he's been saying, if you see what the people are saying too, they're repeating what he's saying. The whole cap thing, you know what I'm saying? What he's doing is adding fuel to the fire with his words. Not that the Congress has nothing to do with it, because they're just as guilty as him for allowing him to do what they're doing. You know what he's doing.
I just think that some people are giving Trump way more credit intellectually than he deserves. So it's like, this is my thing when I see somebody be like, Trump. I'm like, yo, fam. This is not Obama. This is not Bush. This is not Dick Cheney. This is not Bernie Sanders. This is a real estate agent whose daddy gave him money to start it. He goofed that money up.
His daddy gave him some
bailed him out again. Started the Miss Universe. He said, grab him by the whatever. Locker room talk. It might be, though. It might be locker room talk.
I don't know. Have you ever spoken like that in the locker room?
Listen, everybody talk crazy. Girls and males. Don't even lie.
Listen, I was just trying to get changed and get the fuck out of there. What are you talking about?
Not in the locker room, but I'm saying girls and dudes talk crazy. No, I don't want to hear that.
You know what?
Maybe not you.
Because of who I am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But you got to admit that you probably heard some girls say some wild stuff, and you're like, what
Not really. Like, the people that I've ever hung out with never really, I never had a problem like that. Maybe once or twice, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But I get it. But
everybody talk crazy.
Locker room talk.
Yeah, everybody talk crazy. Yeah, right.
Locker room talk.
But regardless, this is a regular dude, right? And he won he became president
he won the electoral
of the union.
college.
We're talking about Donald Trump.
But why?
That's what I'm saying. I'm conspiracied out.
No,
They
you know
put
why?
him there on purpose.
Yeah, but why? Who was running against him? A woman. They rather see him. Listen, they tell me.
Tell
me that they rather put they rather put a woman than somebody who, white male.
You mean they rather put Trump rather than a female?
No, I'm saying they're not going to put a female in office. A lot of people are against females in power, positions of power. Okay, she won the popular vote, but the electoral college she lost.
She's so crooked.
She is crooked, absolutely. But
she's the worst, so I don't want her.
But so is Trump, though.
But that's what I mean. This is my problem with the system. We got to pick a lesser of two evils.
Trump wasn't the lesser of two evils, and that's true. I mean, they're both crooked. She was crooked, and
I think.
He was.
I think she got blood on her hands.
He's got bodies on, not actual blood, but he was out there raping children too. So come on.
Allegedly, hypothetically.
So how about her? She was allegedly
got blood on her hands.
Allegedly.
Everything is. I'm just saying that for the protection of this whole lawsuits, because they out here bugging. Allegedly, but you know what we mean though when we say it. We just saying it hypothetically.
But he allegedly had, he's been I mean, look at he partied with Epstein. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
So
I'm
you know,
saying.
so you know what's up. So you knew who was up.
Hold on. When the looting starts, the shooting starts is a phrase by Walter E. Headley, the police chief of Miami, Florida. In 1967 Christmas holiday season, accused young hoodlums,
Thugs.
15 to 21, advances of the civil rights campaign. Oh, look at you talking about I dropped mine. You dropped yours.
I dropped mine too.
What are you talking about? Right?
I put it on you.
I don't give a damn. So yeah, that was that.
It was a racist thing. So he
Kind of, yeah.
But you know what? Okay. We could talk about the president all day.
Let's not. Yeah, let's get back to what.
Basically, I feel that he made the prejudice and racist people come out of people more because they had somebody in power to say it's okay.
He put the battery in their back.
Yeah, you could say
of course.
That's fine. You know, Cap's a son of a bitch. The whole thing with the Central Park 5. You know what I'm saying? Putting out the whole ad.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that.
But I
wanted to touch on the court system. That was my next thing I want to talk to you about. But go ahead. My bad.
But you know
I you say Central Park 5. This shit make me want to go grab something.
But look at that though. You know what I'm saying? These kids were innocent. They, it was all a misunderstanding of some sort. They happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? And he just put out the page. These kids should die.
Page ad calling for the death penalty to be reinstated in New York. And that's where the term, you know how people be like, yo, you wildin'. Like, yo, you're wildin' right now. Wildin'. That was where the term originated from, was from the Central Park 5. Because they were like, black youth wilding in the streets.
Oh, God.
And now...
Yeah.
But see, now we own that word.
We do own that word.
It's like, yo, you wildin',
you
bro.
You
wildin'. You know what I mean? But now we own it. So now you don't have the power to use that anymore on us.
But that's who he is.
That's who he is. You're right.
So because he was racist back then, straight up off of that. Because I bet you if they were white kids, that he wouldn't be doing all that. So now you already know that he's prejudiced. You know, asking for Obama's birth certificate, all this nonsense, Obama. You see his racism come out. So they're gonna vote for him. They're gonna follow him, and they're gonna do what he's allowing them to do. Say what he's allowing them to say, agreeing with what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're very fine people on both sides. That's
crazy.
That's
so crazy to me when he said that.
So come on, like he condemns everything going on. Have you seen a riot right now? Have you seen a riot recently in the media? Have you even seen anything about protests? Because we're still protesting out there, right?
Oh yeah,
Have you seen anything about it?
You know what's going on tonight?
What? Oh yeah. Oh God. I'm trying to stay off of social media for that.
For what reason?
The COVID rally that they're having.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much. I'm like, let's see.
The COVID. There's supposedly 6 people who worked for the venue have it. 6 people only though reported.
All right, but yeah, you know how many people are gonna be over there, and they're like, we don't give a damn about Corona, right?
There was one. I think they said that there was one person, who had a mask that they saw. Yo, I straight up.
But that's at 8:00 tonight, I think.
Yeah.
East Coast time, I think.
East Coast time. Well, yeah, they're at Tulsa.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. You know who else is going over there? Who's going over there is no, he's not going to that one. He's doing July 4th.
Oh, okay.
Atlanta and Las Vegas.
All right. Who's going over there?
Huh?
Who's going over there? What's happening in?
Oh, tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot his name. I'll find it right now in a second. It's not even that necessary. But there are a black movement, black gun owners, pro Second Amendment, are going over there. And my homie, who shall remain nameless, because of his job title.
Okay.
He is black, I'll say that.
Okay.
He hit me up. He's like, yo, Styles, I was on the phone with him today for like 2 hours. I had to go to ShopRite. I had to get this ready for you to come here. And I'm like, yo, I got to let you go, bro. Like, I got stuff to do. He was like, yeah, I didn't even know. Like, I kind of knew that he was in Raleigh. I heard it because of the whole Juneteenth.
Yeah.
But then he was like, yeah, they're going over there. And I'm like, you know what? I seen an article about the blacks pro Second Amendment. He didn't see that part. So we're both feeling like, oh, he's like, yo, Styles, I don't know what are the police gonna do. Whose side? If who's letting those people out of that stadium? Because they're gonna come out like, oh, drunk, and then you got these black dudes out here legally.
Well, you know they posted a curfew.
Did they?
Yeah,
exactly, because of that.
Republican mayor.
Republican mayor. Claro que sí.
You know, he posted a curfew for 10 p.m. So the rally's gonna go to at least 10 p.m. and any Trump supporters are okay after the curfurse.
Yeah, but you know what? This is what I'm talking about.
That's why during
I'm pro Second Amendment all day.
Of course.
All day. Are you?
What?
Pro Second Amendment, the right to bear arms?
Now I am. Before
you weren't?
You know why? Because I grew up in Jersey. Guns are bad. Bad guns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how I grew up. You know, I had a conversation with my father a couple weeks ago about it. He's completely anti-gun, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? He comes from a different generation. But seeing, everything going on now, you know what I'm saying? It's for your protection. It's for your protection. You have a right to bear arms. You bear your arms. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with that.
If somebody could say you have a right to eat cake every day and not gain weight, I'd be like, cake every day.
Pro 18,000th Amendment.
You know what I'm saying?
Free Cheesecake Factory out here.
But if you're going to, it's part of my rights. And that's the whole thing. I posted something again. I do a lot of posting. About this dude, he I don't know if you saw it, the American flag, he put a fire in front of it. He was like, I'm not gonna burn it because this is a piece of cloth made in China, with
Word.
with ink on it. He was like, what I'm worried about is this, and he pulled up a book of the Constitution. If you have a flag, you have the Constitution. Guess what? The Constitution is what makes the flag important.
Gives it its morals, gives it what it stands for.
Exactly that. And you know what? It's not just the flag. The oh my goodness, Star Spangled Banner. If there's no Constitution, if you're not giving rights to everybody, that Star Spangled Banner. Well, first of all, to begin with, it is a racist song.
I was gonna go there, but I didn't know if you were gonna go there. But yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna go there.
Yeah.
It is that song and the flag was not meant for black people. Or people of color, indigenous people, to be on the same level.
Oh yeah.
All that was made for the white people.
Yeah.
So we were all left off of it.
Which the minorities and indigenous helped build the country.
Yeah.
So, who was it? Oh, I think it was Immortal Technique. I don't even know. Somebody was like, I think it was Immortal Technique. He's like, wait a minute, you want me to go shopping, grocery shopping. You want me to come home. You want me to cook the meal. You want me to put the meal in front of you, but yet I can't sit down at the table and eat with you.
Yep.
What do you mean? I did everything, family. You just reaping the benefits, and then you act like I'm beneath you. Yeah. That's what I'm saying with the flag.
And then you got equal rights. That's what you have equal rights.
You know what I want to do? I want an experiment. I wanted to take a racist person and get jackass money, like Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O, their type of costumes, and put them in a black outfit.
Ooh.
That makeup that they're doing is like $3,500, who knows, $1,000.
Well, there's actual masks. Did you see the
realistic joints?
Well, the white guy who was robbing houses with a black mask on, like not a ski mask. I'm talking about
like a flesh
rubber face.
Yeah.
Face.
I mean, no, I want a full neck, arm, like jackass Hollywood production level suit. And I would want that racist person to put that outfit on and drive
in Beverly Hills,
Colts Neck, Freehold, New Jersey. You can go to Cranford, Clifton, on a certain part of Clifton. You know what I mean? You can go to Metuchen. You can go Tom's River, Asbury Park, some parts of Asbury Park, obviously, right? But you know what I mean? Like, go through some parts and then see what happens. And You really think that there is no difference between you and me being white and black? If I was black, if you really think there's not a difference, put this on.
Yep.
I dare you. Go into Neiman Marcus.
Yeah.
See how they look at you.
Yep.
Go ahead. Go to Gucci.
But they don't see that.
They don't see that. They act like it's. Why do you have a problem? I don't have a problem.
I've never had a problem with.
Of course.
But your grandfather probably did, and your parents probably kind of do.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Like, oh, I don't.
The white people.
That they're like, I don't hate black people.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this is the thing that we gotta be careful of. Alienation. We have to be careful, right? Of going so ham that we push allies.
Yeah.
Away.
Yeah, that's I've seen some of that happen. Oh, I don't give a fuck about allies. No, bro. When I went to the rallies, when I go on TikTok, I see so many beautiful different colors, white, Asian,
economic
Indian,
backgrounds.
All economic background, everything, and they're pushing for Black Lives Matter. And not Black Lives Matter, not the group, the movement, because those are two different things. In my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Not the group, the movement. The movement
of Black Lives Matter compared to who's running it. Because I got a question. Who's running it?
3 women began it back in 2016.
Yeah, I knew it was women that. Yeah, I thought it was 1 woman and 1 dude.
No, it was 3 women. From what?
Or the second chapter was ran by a dude.
Well, now there's different chapters in different cities now. In New York, there's a Black Lives Matter in New York, Jersey. In every state.
But it was women who started.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. Do you think that move? I'm all for it. I'm all for Black Lives Matter. But who's the leader?
There is no leader. There's no leader.
To me, that's a problem.
Why?
Who's talking for who?
Our groups are speaking. I mean, they're putting together events, but that's who in the different states.
But we could march all we want. Who's the leader to be like, this is our mission statement? And this is a program that we want to implement. But
that's why we're not doing Black Lives Matter, the group. That's why the way I see it, and I know quite a few people see it, there's a group and there's a movement. I'm for the movement. Look at Anonymous. Anonymous doesn't have a leader. Anonymous is just different people picking up where the first Anonymous started.
Yeah, but I get that, but I feel like that would be kind of apples to oranges for the fact that Anonymous has hacking power.
But but think of the sense that I'm talking about. They have hacking, but there's still a group of people that are not really connected. You know what I'm saying? But they use the name Anonymous to go out and do whatever they do.
I get what you're saying. All right, yeah. I get what you're saying as far as the movement is concerned. But this is what I mean. I'm with it. But I'm with it 100.
But we're not having. If you look, we're not having Black Lives Matter protests. They're not Black Lives Matter protests. If you see, it's protests for peace, protests for this, protests for that. There's not Black Lives Matter movements. Groups. There's no Black Lives Matter presenting this protest. The protest is happening, and the Black Lives Matter is a phrase being used. It's not the group. It's not. Most of the protests aren't even associated with Black Lives Matter.
Do you feel like they should then change it?
What?
To separate themselves from the group? From a movement?
People should not
associate.
They people should understand. If I could understand that, if I could see that there's a group and then there's a movement and that it's a phrase, why can't everybody else do the same thing? Because they don't want to.
But you also are trying to enlighten people that are not on your level to begin with.
No.
So you see this as a movement and a group.
Why should I try to make them understand? You know what I'm saying?
Because that's the point.
No,
you don't think?
No.
I'm trying to make you like, yo, listen, Black Lives Matter.
No, because Black Lives Matter. That's it. I don't have to say, you know what, I'm using Black Lives Matter, the phrase, but the group is not, with us. You know what I'm saying? Why do I have to do that? I'm
not saying you have to.
No, but I'm saying I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to get my point across. You see the Black Lives Matter people movement, you think it's connected? You know what? Go do your research. I'm not doing it for you. I know what I'm standing for. If you can't get on board, move out my way.
Okay, but who do you think the movements are trying to reach? Whether it be the group or whether it be the thought process of Black Lives Matter, which I agree with. I'm all for it. I'm down with BLM. Go out there, represent your people. It's almost a little too peaceful for me.
It's not for the people. It's for the higher ups to hear us. It's for the Congress people to hear us. It's for the senators to hear us. It's for the mayors to hear us that we're tired of, Black lives not mattering. The police stations, for them to hear us, for the mayors to hear, for them to hear us. It's not really for the people. It's not for the Trump supporter on the corner.
Okay. But you're right. You're right. But even the higher ups, I feel like people are trying to convince them.
Again, if they don't do their homework on what's going on, because that's the thing, right? Say you're in school, right? And I drop a bit of information. Say we're in English class. Roses are red, violets are blue. That's it. I walk off. You'd be like, damn, roses are red, violets are roses really red? Are violets really? Let me go look this up. That's what I expect these higher ups to do because they're not stupid.
I'm gonna finish that bar.
I know you would. But for the average person who doesn't care, who just is like, oh, Black people, no, this is not the way to do it. You know what? I'm not talking to you. Step aside. Mr. Mayor, Senator, roses are red, violets are blue. What you gonna do now? All right, let me see what you mean. Let me go. Let me talk to these people. Let me bring in these people who are angry. Let me, the councilman. Let me see what the people are telling them, and then they get an understanding. I shouldn't have to sit here and explain it as a person who's doing these protests, as a person who's at these rallies. I shouldn't explain it to you. The higher ups have to understand what does come out of our mouths and elaborate on that and go research and see why we're angry. We could tell you till we're blue in the face, but if you're not going to do your part, then what's the point of me talking? Giving you the seed. I'm planting the seed. That's what basically we're doing. Planting the seed. Now go in and figure the rest out.
And I know, and you know what's crazy? I don't know if I'm trying to like, right? Listen, I'm with it 1,000%.
No, but tell me your thought.
But this peaceful, like this whole, I hope you listen to me.
Oh no, but it didn't start off peaceful, and what they failed to realize, it can get crazy real quick again.
I hope, but this is my thing. Every movement that was, this is what I mean with the Black Lives Matter. Right, you say it's a group in the movement and the higher ups that were doing it, so they can be like, "Yo, my man, I need you to do some change. If not, whatever. If not, we'll vote you out and put somebody there." Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yep.
So I don't care if there was Obama in there. Yeah, he was like, Trayvon could have looked like my son. Oh yeah,
but then he didn't do anything.
Go ham then, fam.
Yep.
Malcolm X's speech when they started clapping? What did Malcolm X say? Stop clapping.
Yeah.
Hand clapping has been done long enough. Yep. I don't need you to agree with me with the physical.
No.
Go out there.
And that's what happened with these more recent, not the protests of this year, but the protests previous to this, to the Trayvon Martin, the Michael Brown, the Philando Castile. All those, they protested. They protested and it didn't get far. It got right here and that's it. Now, the rioting, the uprising, now that shook everybody and got their attention. Now, police officers are now being held accountable now. Most.
Okay, what if that was the case? They rioted. in the 60s. They rioted in the 90s. Or was it 80s? 90s. And now we're riding 2000s and something. And we're riding 2020. If rioting worked though now, like as if this riot is gonna make a difference. It didn't make a difference before.
I'm gonna tell you. Like I said last time, these generation. Where are we? Z?
I guess.
Gen Z.
Gen Z. It sounds like a zombie movie.
But this new generation, they are on a different level. And like I said last time, they have the power of social media now. So they have the power to get together from all over the country, from one person being in one spot, by saying, let's hold our money. Everybody, let's hold our money. You know what I'm saying? Let's do. But they can get their word out even more. In the 90s, we couldn't do that.
Nah.
In the 90s, we couldn't pull ourselves together. We couldn't do it for a day. You know, in 2016, we couldn't do it to, whatever. But now there's more allies than there ever was before.
Which some of them I find suspect.
Which ones? Who?
Because it's when any movement happens and you have the allies with you and it feels like, oh shit,
they're here. Yeah.
We got everybody, right? Everybody got our back. We got white people over here. We got Asian people over here. But you got to think about the higher ups, whoever they are. COINTELPRO, what they did to the Panthers. Listen. I'm looking, I'm Puerto Rican. Let's say I was part of a Puerto Rican movement for Puerto Rican equality. If I look over, this is my problem. If I was going to do a movement, I'm doing my movement by myself. Yeah. Because I don't trust a soul. So I'm going to be an army of one, which ain't going to work because I don't trust anybody.
Listen,
I'm just saying, my bad.
You're right,
I'm just saying, be careful of the allies.
You're right.
Because and I don't say be careful of the white allies. I'm saying be careful of everybody.
Yeah.
That is like, I'm down with you. Yo, fam, I need to know what your bank account look like.
Yeah, no.
I need to know where you grew up at.
Yeah.
I need to know who you know. I need to know your last name. I need a credit check. Good or bad, don't matter. I would need to know everything about what you're doing before you come over here and hijack my shit. And then you're going to brainwash everybody in my movement.
But that's back in the day. They could do that easily because it was what? You had Martin Luther King, you had the Black Panthers, you had just a few groups. Now this is a whole thing. This is a whole movement. You know what I'm saying? It's all over. It's not just in one part. It's not just one person.
But it's also easier to manipulate because of the. You good?
I'm checking the mic because.
Well, you don't hear something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you on.
Okay.
Unless you want your shit louder.
No, it was cutting it out. Go ahead.
What was I gonna say? With social media now, you could get. It's easier to distract people.
It is. It's easy. It's easy to distract, but like I said, COVID shut everybody down.
Yeah.
I'm sure when everything gets back up and running, the movement's gonna slow down too. I'm pretty sure about that. But for the time being, now everybody is kind of on the same level right now. Yeah, people, the allies, some of them you can't trust, but nobody's caring about who they can trust or not. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the rallies and everything that I've been to. It's not like it's one person. It's a group of people who are doing it. You know what I'm saying? For the Newark one, it was a bunch of people. Now, guess what? A bunch of them are on the ballot right now.
That were doing the whole protest.
Mm-hmm. They're on the ballot right now. So whether there's somebody infiltrators or not, whatever, it's still moving forward. We're still getting together. We're still doing the protests. We're still getting the attention. Tell me things haven't changed though. You can't tell me that things haven't changed because I have a list.
Do you?
There's a list of things.
Hit me with that list.
All right, let me get it. Hold on.
Hit me with that list. Cause I mean I get it. Like I do get what you're saying, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, okay, cool. they, you know what I mean? They're in there doing what they got to do.
Mm-hmm. But things have changed. As of right now, let me get that list.
But this is what I mean. I feel like it always feels like we make progress. And then once the progress happens, it don't stay like that.
Then we get back on their necks. Point blank, period.
Pun intended.
You know.
Right?
Listen, that's where it started.
That's what I mean. But did it? I feel like it started.
No, that was right. That I told you, George Floyd was just that last
The catalyst.
straw. The catalyst. That was the last straw, and
But that's the problem. Like, why does that one? Why was he the last straw?
Because it wouldn't stop. I told you.
But
it went back to back. It went back to back. It went Ahmaud, Breonna, George. It was like
happened
right
in threes, and then you also got when Trayvon happened. There was like 3 of them that happened back to back. I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, and I'll tell you the other thing is that here we go. What they're trying to do is make the victims, they're getting their rap sheets and they're trying to make them look like less than perfect. So what are we supposed to have perfect,
but
victims?
I mean that to me is so extra where it's like, yo, you really trying to like pull that off. Like that's what they're trying to do. Like that's the level that they're going with it. Like they're gonna pull out a rap sheet. But yo, my man, I don't care.
But a lot of people do. That's the problem. That's the problem in itself. Because they're like, oh, he should have been dead a long time. Why? Because he did what he did. He served his time.
Whoever says that needs to get punched in the mouth.
Oh, there's a lot. You're gonna be doing a lot of punching because a lot of people think
yeah.
that. So I'm gonna go down a list that I had shared myself, but I found from a friend of mine. It says, so what has protesting accomplished? Within 10 days of sustained protests, the protests every day for 10 days in Minneapolis, it bans chokeholds. So now that's written in the law.
Yep.
Charges are upgraded for the officer who kneeled on
Derek Chauvin.
Yeah, Chauvin, and his accomplices are arrested, even though the 2 of them are out of jail right now because they posted bond.
Bail, yep.
Dallas adopts a duty to intervene rule that requires officers to stop other cops who are engaging in inappropriate use of force. So now they're holding other people accountable. Now that's written. New Jersey's attorney general said the state will update its use of force guidelines for the first time in 2 decades. Okay, this is a long list.
I'm with it. I want to hear it. Yeah,
right,
I'm with it.
In Maryland, a bipartisan work group of state lawmakers announced a police reform work group. LA City Council introduces motion to reduce LAPD's $1.8 billion operating budget, defunding the police, reallocating the funds. That's what LA's doing because they've been atrocious for years.
We don't even get started. Damn, Miami. If anybody hasn't seen Cocaine Cowboys.
No.
You haven't seen Cocaine Cowboys?
No. I mean, I could imagine what it is about, but...
It's a documentary.
Yeah. I can imagine what it's about, but...
Oh, my God. Do you know that in a certain year of every police officer that... let's say 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Every police... In 2020, there's a graduation of 100 police officers.
Mm-hmm.
By 2023, every single one was either dead or corrupt or in jail. The whole class.
I have to say
there wasn't even now one that was like, nah, fam. And they interviewed a one cop, and he was like, listen, I wasn't a dirty cop.
Mm-hmm.
So
until
I better cut your list.
No, it's fine.
Stay where you are.
Yeah.
They gave him a package, and he was like, I'm not dirty.
Yeah.
They gave him the package. They're like, yeah, you are.
Oh my God.
And now he's like, I had to make a choice. Am I dirty or you hot?
A little bit, but I'm okay.
I'll turn the AC on.
It's fine.
He was like, once you take it, now I'm dirty. And what am I not gonna take it? I had to take it. Let's continue with the list.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I mean,
Cocaine Cowboys. You said?
Cocaine Cowboys, and he also did another documentary about baseball, about steroids, and he had kids act as the adults. So he took kids think it's called Hardball. Playing Hardball. He took kids and dressed them up like a doctor. Like he put the stethoscope on them. And Derek Jeter was another kid, like played by a kid. Just to prove a point, like how outlandish this all is, I'm going to have child actors play adults. Because that's how stupid it is. But go ahead. Cocaine Cowboys, you got to peep that, though.
I got to peep that.
I think it might be even on Netflix.
I watched the school one today. I got to tell you about that. All right. MBTA in Boston. I don't even know what that stands for, so my apologies.
What do you mean read the rest of that statement.
MBTA in Boston agrees to stop using public buses to transport police officers to protest. They try to do that in
probably national
Minnesota. No, where it happened in Minneapolis. Yeah.
Oh, that's their bus system.
Yeah, that's their bus system.
Yeah.
MBTA,
yeah. Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority.
Okay, thank you for looking that up.
Yep. That they what? They're not giving cops free rides anymore?
No, because that's what happened in I forgot. I think I forgot where it was. I don't remember. But I remember them. But the bus driver, the police had all the protesters on the bus to take them to jail, and the bus driver turned off his bus and walked off.
Like, I ain't doing that.
Nope. Police brutality captured on camera leads to near immediate suspensions or firing of officers in several cities: Buffalo, Fort Lauderdale. Those are examples of monuments celebrating Confederates are removed in cities in Virginia, Alabama, and other states. This is all from protesting, because they went from police brutality. Now, okay, we're tackling police brutality still, but since we're on the subject, let's take this down. Let's talk about this. Let's do this.
You know what? You know where you are, right? Hold that. This is what I'm saying. This is what I thought about too. I want plantations to be there, right? Because let's show what human beings are capable of, and know your history.
Yeah.
But I'm like, now, couldn't that same argument be used for the Confederate statues? I'm against them, but you know why? I don't think it can be used for those, because they're holding those statues in a high regard as if they were noble people.
Yeah.
They were not noble.
No.
Now, I'm down to leave the statue there. If on the plaque
it says what
this
they did.
man was a savage.
Yeah. But why even have them up there? Like, why even, we were in the park, that's a beautiful statue. But
No. But let's read the plaque. Let's read it.
Nobody's going to read the plaque. They're not like us.
But I'm not going to dumb down the population, because I'm afraid that some people might not get it.
Yeah. But I mean,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't make the whole world a fool because you're afraid that one fool is going to damage the rest.
But instead of replace them. Just replace them.
But then they would be like, replace the plantation.
Okay.
But see, I'm not with that.
Yeah, but you know what? If enough people want to do the plantation, or like you said, it could be turned into a museum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like I'm down with the rip the statue down, because it looks like they're there, like on some old, like,
yeah, on some noble,
I did good shit.
Noble
but
things.
If the plaque said this man was a savage,
yeah, no.
Then I'm like,
no, just replace them with people who actually.
I would like to. I'm gonna sit on that.
Yeah, sit on it.
I'm gonna think about that for a couple of days, because
not for nothing, statues are made in honor of people.
In honor.
So it's an honor to have a statue made of you.
If you look at it like that, tear that shit down.
Yeah, that's what a statue is. It's
but I also
honor.
like the fact that you could put a plaque there and be like, this man was a piece of shit and he's a savage.
No.
And maybe make him look soft.
No.
Like maybe put him in like a pink trench coat on or whatever the fuck they wore.
Knock them shits down. That's it. They're doing
all
the right thing.
All right, let's knock them down. I was just trying to think about it.
You're trying to be,
I'm trying to be fair and trying to be like, wait, is my argument good enough that somebody's gonna use my argument against me?
Sorry.
but knock them down. I'm still down with a plaque though if it says they were savages.
I mean, you could put after they're down. Here
Stood
Christopher Columbus, who killed
everybody and got lost and landed on some shit that wasn't even America.
And whoa, this is all right. Little jokey joke. Christopher Columbus came looking for spices, and white people. Sorry, not all white people. Some white people's food are still bland.
That's because he didn't find it.
He didn't find it.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was a bad joke I saw.
Right. I think I got a sound here for that. Yo, dead ass. I think I do. You think I'm playing? That shit come regular. Where's it at? Oh.
Oh no, that's crickets. Thanks, bro. I thought we were on the same vibe with that shit. You know what?
Oh. Yeah, how long is that cricket? That's a lot of cricket. Man, they really ain't like that shit,
like
no?
That joke. Sorry.
No, but
it's not all white people.
No, it's some, but no, that makes sense though. They out here eating bologna sandwiches with no mayo. Yeah, it's like, what is wrong with you?
It's the joke, you know. Haha. Sorry, no offense to anybody, but you know it is what it is.
No, but it was funny. It was funny. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny. To me, it was funny.
Yeah, I laughed.
Some people might be like, "What are you talking?"
No, we're
too
good.
Bad.
Sorry, you don't like it? Come over here.
Word.
And talk to me. All right. Going on with the protest.
Yup, we were at the MBTA.
Yeah. Okay. Then there's all the other stuff that's hard to measure. The really difficult public and private conversations that are happening about race and privilege. Now, with the protest, people are now speaking about it. Who was the senator who walked? Matt?
That walked? What do you mean? What did he do?
He walked with the Black Lives Matter. He's a Republican. Mitt Romney. But you know what? He walked, right? He walked with the people, propaganda. But then he spoke with them though, because whether he was just propaganding it out or he really needed to hear why. Maybe he hasn't heard why. Maybe he wants to hear from the people why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now is an open discussion. Now people are having more open discussions about why the people are rioting, looting, and doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at us here right now. We're talking about it. You know what I'm saying? We're now you provided an open forum, and now at the time when this situation's going on.
Yeah, but we gotta hold them to a higher standard. Give Mitt Romney, you out here running, you standing in a position of power or a spot in the office. You should know this history.
But he's not. But they're. Okay, you know how we want white people to see how it is on our side? What is it like to be on their side?
I almost got into an argument last night. He was out here grilling. And it's like, yo, my man, he was like, yo, you sound like you pro cop. I'm like, bro.
Who? You?
Yeah, he's like, you pro cop. I was like, what? I'm not pro cop or anti cop.
No.
You know what I am? I'm against the abuse of power on whose ever end it is. I'm against the abuse of the power of a kid that is 5'5" in freaking 5th grade, and he knows that he has the power to bully another kid. That's abuse of power.
Yep.
You know what it is.
Yep.
Like, and my thing is, I want to see the other side of every argument. If you don't know your enemy, you don't know yourself.
What did you just say?
If you don't know your enemy, you don't know yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mitt Romney he probably never tried to figure out his constituents. He probably never cared, what the people of color and black people are going through. He knows that he wanted to be a politician. He knows he wanted to be where he's at right now. You think he had the heart? No, he was driving. He was on his mission to be where he's at today. Now, because we're protesting, because we were tearing, well, I wasn't tearing shit up, but people were tearing shit up. But we were yelling and we were screaming and we were disrupting life. Now he's like, oh, let me at least try to figure out my constituents so maybe I could stay here longer, or maybe so I could really understand them. We don't know where his mind is. Nobody can be. We're not mind readers. But this is the thing. He's walked and he listened. Just like at the Woodbridge rally I went to, the mayor spoke because he heard the 7-8 kids. They had a meeting before that rally. So he can understand.
The mayor had a meeting with 7-8 kids.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
And because he wanted to hear what they had to say, why they wanted
It's
a
a step.
rally.
I'm a little pessimistic.
You're a little.
I'm angry. You know what? Because I'm
You're-
like, this marching, this protesting, this
you know
is
why?
like,
Because
done with it.
You know
Like,
why? Because you're like this happened before, or this didn't work before, and I see your mind. You're like, you're trying to understand.
I'm trying to punch somebody in the mouth. That's what I'm saying.
You're trying to understand it, but at the same time,
No, I do understand
but
that.
you're looking at it funny because you're like, all right, these things are changing, but they've never changed before.
Yeah.
And you don't trust it.
I don't.
I get it.
I
But
don't.
at the same time, what I'm seeing is change. Not drastic change, but I see change. Keisha Bottoms down in Atlanta, I think it is. She just fired a couple people.
What the hell's that,
saying?
Keisha Bottoms?
She's a mayor.
Okay.
Mayor Keisha Bottoms of Atlanta, I believe. She fired she doesn't have the power to fire, but she had the power to do something request them to be fired.
Okay,
like
yeah.
But she's
resignation
moving.
almost.
Yeah,
Like
she's moving. You know what I'm saying? She's not just sitting there anymore.
No, there is change.
There
is change, but you know what?
I just
It's
want that.
always such like small incremental change that at this point, shout out to NFAC, because the more and more I think about it, and I will say this though. I'm not out on the front line, and I'm like, this speech shit is, we gotta go out there. They're like, yo, Fannin, where you at? You're just saying this. Don't be yelling People's Army if you ain't trained and just want to rap about it like it's all about some entertainment. I get it, right? But I'm saying in my heart, though,
Yeah.
it's like I'm with the protesting and the rallying and everything. I'm with it because that shows a side of it like, oh, no, we deep.
Yeah. Like if we need to do this again, you're going to get this or more.
Or more. But I feel there has to be another level.
And there will be. This is the first step.
No, but I mean, I feel like you need the wild homies.
And you will get them.
I hope.
You'll get. Oh, they're here.
I know.
They're here in response to you.
We'll find out July 4th.
Yeah, but they're here in response to all the white people, who want to bring their guns everywhere and scare people and go to the Michigan house and everything. Oh, they're gonna respond to it. You know what I'm saying? You already heard Grandmaster Jay speak about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
But
it's a work in progress. We can't go out there guns blazing. It's got to be a plan. It's got to be an intricate plot.
That's what I mean. That's why I feel like there needs to be more leadership. There needs to be more leadership in the movement, like to the grand scale that we're trying to change the world. Because this is my thing. It's an American problem.
It is.
But like I said last time, if you're black in Paris, you're still dealing with the same issues.
And they're dealing with it
on their own.
well.
But that's what I mean. But this is a global issue that I feel like a mission statement, a leader, like a Black Panther 10-point program. We need something.
But look what happened last time they did that. What happened the last time they did that?
With the Panthers.
Yeah.
They got infiltrated.
And
they changed the laws around it.
Huey got arrested. They went guns blazing into the home to
Fred Hampton.
Yeah. They killed
Bobby Hunton.
Thank
first member ever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was first member that signed up. I think it was like 13, 15, or 14 at the time when he signed up. Youngest member ever.
Yeah,
and the first member.
Exactly.
That's my gamer tag too.
Is it?
Bobby Hunt and
He's
RBG.
dope.
I'm waiting for people to be like, yo, what the?
He's dope.
Nobody ever questioned me
Good.
online. They're like, they don't even know who it is, which is bad because I'm like, you
that's
don't even
not
know.
good.
It's not good. But
That's
it's
not
such
good.
a random Bobby Hunt. And they're not going to know. I don't
mean,
expect the world to know.
Not random people, but people who are like, okay,
Somebody,
what?
one person was like, yo, what is that? RBG, what does that stand for? And I broke it down.
Yeah.
He was like, oh. He's like, Bobby Hunt? I was like, yeah, Google it. He was like, all right, bet I'll do that. But anyway, continue with this list.
Saying,
But I don't know.
So I think
I'm just mad.
I'm
just mad right now.
But you know what? What you're doing, and this is from a different level. I'm gonna shoot at you. Have you've heard of the law of attraction?
Yeah.
Okay, so you right now with your doubts, you know what I'm saying, are putting a block on what could happen. You know what I'm saying?
I could see that, but you know what that is? With the whole law of attraction and manifest destiny and wish it to fruition.
Oh, then you don't understand what you just said. You don't understand.
What do you mean?
You don't really understand the law of attraction.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm saying if I'm placing that doubt, then I'm blocking it.
Yeah.
Then it is gonna be what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you're blocking it.
Yeah, because I'm blocking it.
So why don't you just put some trust in it? That things are gonna change.
But didn't they place trust on the all other movements that
no, they were scared shit. If you watch a documentary, you could say, you know what, we were scared, we were infiltrated, we were afraid, that they were afraid.
Who?
The Black Panthers. Not all of them were afraid, but they were afraid. Watch the documentary. I just watched it yesterday.
What was the name of it?
I don't know. It's on Amazon Prime.
Black Power mixtape?
No.
Amazon Prime.
They knew they were being infiltrated. They had people against them. They had, Hoover and not Hoover. Lies.
Oh, my ears are ringing. The feds is listening to me right now. My ears is ringing. They're coming for me.
All
Amazon Prime. Yeah, go ahead. Continue down the list.
Globally, protests against racial inequality sparked by the police killing of George Floyd were taken all over the world. Rallies and memorials have been held in cities across Europe, as well as Mexico, Canada, Brazil, Australia, New Zealand.
Vanguard of the Revolution.
Yes.
I peeped that one already.
Okay. As the U.S. Dang it.
But time out. They weren't shook. They was ready.
They was ready.
They just slipped. They slipped because of COINTELPRO made that movement slip.
Yes.
But now the future movements got to know how now COINTEL works and where the Panthers messed up at. So it's like, I understand the law of attraction, but what I'm saying is, like Malcolm said, hand clapping has been done long enough.
Oh yeah, no.
But I'm not down.
And you're right. The peaceful protests have been done long enough.
But I don't want to say that we don't need it. I don't want you to think that I'm saying that we don't need them.
Yeah.
We need them. But we also need an other side, or there has to be another side. I Ching, yin yang, night day, hot cold. There's two sides to everything. Light gives birth to darkness, darkness gives birth to light, and it keeps going.
But what do you think
they should have another level of the peaceful protest, and let's all be kumbaya and do that. I'm with it. Do that.
Yeah.
But then there has to be a level of force, a level of militancy, along with your movement.
Which I think is being put together now. I think it was being put together before in little steps. From what I see online, from what I read, and then Grandmaster Jay all of a sudden appeared like militant a couple months ago. You know what I'm saying? To me, I haven't seen him, until he came out with the Black Panthers again, like a level of Black Panthers.
A level of, because he don't even claim that.
No, he doesn't.
He no.
But that's what they had called them when they saw them.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
It wasn't them.
See what I'm saying? They hijacked.
Yeah.
They hijacked it.
Yep.
But regardless, he was there.
Yeah.
And 6:30, in about an hour and a half, Trump is gonna have his rally, I believe. And then you're gonna have the pro second. Oh, let's go out here. Shout out to all the black people with guns.
Oh.
If they got the right to have them, we got the right to have them.
Let's see I want to see how that plays out. But, all right, so new information from last week I want to share with you.
Yeah, where we going? Now we're going to, are we finalizing everything we were talking about? Are we comfortable?
I think we're
you
good.
You did, right? We don't, all right, who cares? Right?
I think we're good.
I don't give a damn.
I think we were fine. I think we the list I went through a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
All right, cool. What's that one?
The Rashad Brooks, the Wendy's. Let's go. Let's get into that one real quick.
So when I put that thing up, I told you I had somebody in my inbox about
Oh, he shouldn't have ran. He grabbed the taser. All this extra shit.
All right. So new information came out. They're charging the officers. Did you know that?
I watched the video of them talking to him. I'm like, oh, my man is chilling.
Yep.
They're charging the officers.
Yeah. Did you see I watched it live when they said the charges.
I watched a little bit of it. Nope, I was at work.
I had to watch it because I'm not working because COVID.
Yeah, but see, I don't care about the charge. I want to know about the conviction.
That's fine.
It's a step though.
Don't talk to me. Yeah, don't talk to me about the charge. But what I am okay with the charge is that he was like, all right, we're charging them. Before you didn't even get that. Before you didn't even get a police officer being charged really in any cases. Because from that video, they would have said, no, he was armed. No. Now, because everything, you got to walk on eggshells now. You got to really, and the DA office went through every single piece from beginning to end. Like you said, he was sitting there, he was talking there, he was there chilling. Mind you, he was a career criminal of some sort. You know what I'm saying? He got arrested for a few things. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean shit. He was on probation.
But cool. They didn't. Yeah, you're right. You know why? Don't mean shit because the cops didn't know who he was.
No.
And now you want to pull your record?
But he gave them information. He gave them whatever they wanted. He gave them,
even though it was a little crazy because they're like, nah, fam, you're not even where you think you at. You're not here. No. That alone should have been like, yo, my man's drunk.
Yeah. And what do? You know what I'm saying? Call an Uber, charge it to his phone, tow his car. You know what I'm saying? Call his wife, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He grabbed the taser. Now, this is a big piece of information because everybody was like, oh, but he was armed. Bro, these police officers know, and it was stated that they know once a taser is shot once and definitely twice, the taser has no effect anymore.
What do you mean? Like,
I'm going to say it again.
Once a taser has been shot once.
And definitely if it's shot twice, because it could be shot. It could be shot a couple times, but
they're just one charging them and two prongs come out. You mean?
Yeah, but I think,
but they're still wired, so you could do it again.
But they said once it's discharged once,
I get what you're saying.
Definitely twice, and it was discharged twice. It has no effect.
Okay.
The officers know that is in their training in Atlanta. That once the.
But did they shoot him twice?
Yeah, it was discharged twice. That's what the guy said. That's what he said in the evidence in watching all the whole video. Judge? No, the DA's office. Okay. I think it was DA's office. DA, the black man. I forgot his name. Forgive me for not knowing his name.
Yeah.
But he
said.
That
all right, that makes sense.
So they knew that taser was not a weapon. Yeah. It's not a weapon anymore because it was discharged already. Yet, because they couldn't run after him and catch him, they shot him. So, for all those people who said he was a criminal, he didn't deserve to die.
No, he didn't at all. Because that was wrong.
He was calm and collected for about a half an hour to 40 minutes.
It was like 40 minutes.
I think 41 minutes,
it's
30
like, yo,
something
get
seconds.
this on the road.
The first 15, 20 minutes, do your sobriety test. Obviously, something's wrong because he's sleeping in the line. Okay, you allowed him to move the car. Okay, at that point, you want to do a sobriety test? Cool, do it. Did he hurt anybody? No. Did he hurt anybody? No. Okay, do the sobriety test. You did your sobriety test. He's intoxicated. All right, cool. He gave you the information, his ID and everything. You know who he is. You know where he lives. All right, bro. Send him home with a ticket. Make him walk home. Make him call somebody. Don't treat him worse than you treated that kid who you took to fucking Burger King.
Don't even get me started on that.
I'm just saying, do not treat this man who had a 40-something minute conversation with you
that
real
was
calm.
Chilling.
Real
calm. Was chilling. Did he goof? Yeah, he goofed. He messed up. But, come on, my man. He's running away. You shoot him in the back? Come on,
and
man.
they suspect he was running away because he was on probation and he didn't want to go back to jail. Bro, he has a bunch of kids. You know, he had a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? You think he wants to go back to jail for something like that?
You're right. But it's crazy that that's how ham we got to go to be like, oh, yeah, that's why he ran.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we shouldn't even have to justify.
I'm saying that's my whole freaking point. Why do we have to justify?
Yeah.
Because he went to jail a couple times because he's on probation, bro. Oh, because he fought the cop, bro. Come on now. They could have de-escalated. They escalated that situation by trying to put him under arrest. What was the use of arresting him? What was the reason? What was the reason? Cardi B right there. I don't know.
I kind of want to say he was still coronavirus.
Shit is real. But go ahead.
I can't stand it. Anyway, listen.
Mm-hmm. What
did he operate a vehicle drunk? Is one question.
It's not even drunk. It was under the influence. They didn't say drunk.
Or whatever. Whatever influence he was under. Was he under the influence of an uncontrolled substance? Right? Mm-hmm. Did he operate that vehicle? Yes or no?
We don't know. We don't know. No, because there's no evidence.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, this is why I'm confused. Because imagine,
mm-hmm.
if one of your family members was murdered by a drunk driver under the influence, not even drunk, under the influence of an uncontrolled substance. Yeah. You're telling me that you would give no sympathy to anybody that was behind the wheel of a vehicle impaired. Mm-hmm. If somebody murdered your family member. Mm-hmm. So that goes to say that there is an issue being behind the wheel impaired. Mm-hmm. But now comes into the dilemma where my man was sleeping. You could have grabbed him and be like, yo, fam, put your hands behind your back. Nah. And be like, yo, listen, bro. We got to take you down.
Yeah.
And you got to sober up, fam. We don't know what you want.
Yeah.
I can't let you just drive away.
Yep.
And then you murder a whole family.
Yeah.
So we got to take you.
But they didn't.
That's what I'm saying. They messed up the whole. But this is what I mean. Why people get mad at me, because I see the other side of it. So what? We just gonna let everybody do whatever they want because they're doing whatever? Like we just gotta give them a pass?
No. Then that's not what I'm saying.
You're telling me they shouldn't have arrested him and brought him to the police station or a sober or a hospital or a doc somewhere to see what's wrong with homie?
Somewhere, but call an ambulance or something. That's it. But call an ambulance. You want to take him to the hospital? You think something's wrong with him? He's not all there. Take him to the hospital. You know, if you want to arrest him, don't have a 41-minute conversation with him. Don't do a sobriety test. You know, if you feel that you need to arrest him, all right, fine, arrest him. Just let them know. Listen, we're gonna take you down because we feel. No, they just straight up started to grab him. They didn't even say that he was being arrested. They just started to grab him.
And you know what? And this is what I will say. All of that, I just got amped up and just realized that it don't even get, who gives a shit? Because at the end of the day, they shot him while he was running away.
Yeah.
So really,
but that's the thing.
Who cares about whether he should or should not be arrested? Who cares if he fell asleep in there or not? Who cares if he had a criminal record or not? Who cares if he was black or white or Spanish? But the fact that they shot a human in the back while he was running away.
But that's the thing. Now we have to justify why he shouldn't have gotten shot.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's just running away. And you shot him in the back, man. What threat did he pose?
But then he had a weapon. Now that's been defunct.
Yeah, even if it wasn't. Yeah. Oh, we could get the funky up in right? Yeah, but still, even if he had a taser, fam, come on.
But wait, if you didn't catch the thing, the officers, after he was dead. No, he wasn't dead. After he was on the ground, one kicked him, and one stood on his shoulders. After he was on, they didn't get immediate help for him. So that's another reason why they're charging them.
I think somebody's suing him because a car got hit. Did you hear about that?
No.
There was 3 shots. Somebody caught a bullet to the side of the...
that's right, to the cars.
He was like, yo, fam, what are you doing? I'm out here in the drive-through chilling. You out here just shooting?
Just shooting. They could have killed somebody else.
Imagine if Karen, his daughter, would have got popped by one of them,
Seriously.
Karen would have been out here losing her shit. She would have owned the police station in Atlanta.
But I'm saying, do you think
Go
that
back to your country.
do you think they would have
Fucking
been
Karen.
charged? Do you think they would have been charged prior to these protests and uprisings? Seriously.
That's like saying,
Look, like
how come Rodney King's it ain't till they got charged and then they
they
got
got charged and they got let
and they
go.
got let go and then
But-
the riots happened and then you got the '60s riots in Newark,
Yeah, but I'm saying right.
Watts.
Listen, I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about before because today's a new day. Today's a whole new day. And like I said, I attribute that to social media. I attribute that to
You're right,
the
though.
knowledge. The
To
knowledge
answer your
that the
question, you're right.
kids-
I don't think they would have been
No,
if people weren't up in arms and protesting.
no. Because look at Breonna Taylor's people are still not arrested.
But do you think it would have? You think they would have got charged
No. I don't-
if
If.
nothing got burnt? If it was just signs?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. No. They wouldn't. If it was just straight up protest,
Yeah, like
I don't think they would have gotten charged. That the whole uprising, and I call it uprising. I don't call it riots. You know what I'm saying?
no, call it what it is. It's a riot.
It's an uprising.
It's a
Uprising.
riot
It's a riot uprising. But I'm saying though, because I can't tell.
because it's anger.
No, but wait, I can't tell because when the white people do it, it's an uprising. They never called it a riot. They didn't say
When the white people do that and they called it an uprising.
when the white people's hockey team wins or their baseball team
Oh
loses.
yeah, the Philly. When the Eagles won, they out here had to grease up the
So-
telephone poles.
So, bro,
Just as motherfuckers-
so those weren't called riots. So I'm not calling these riots. I'm calling them uprisings. They're not riots to me because you know what? Two sets of people can't do the same thing, and you call them different names. If you're gonna call those uprisings, guess what I'm calling these? Uprisings.
I could kind of see that, but you know why I would kind of like riot compared to uprising? Because uprising to me would symbolize just a non-political gesture. It's just
No,
Whatever.
uprising is people who are angry and are taking over shit and doing stuff. That's an uprising to me because you're uprising. You're taking control. You're taking control of the situation. That's what uprising. That's how I grew up. What uprising is. When you say they're uprising. That I see a group of people going to take shit over. So it will always be an uprising to me because
I respect that.
until it's across the board and you call those people rioters, then I will say our people were rioting. But if you're gonna say there were uprisings, my people were just uprising. That's it.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you know what? Because I get a little bit more militant or more like, not even militant. It's like, how do I word it? I kind of I don't want to. I get what you're saying, like uprising. It's almost like watering down the anger.
Oh, I could see that.
It's like we riding, we fucking shit up.
Yeah.
We ain't uprising nothing. We burning whips down over here, fam. I don't know what you doing over there because your team won a championship.
Yeah.
You want to uprise? Go uprise over there.
Nope.
We riding over here.
They were but in actuality, they were rioting. We were doing uprising.
If anything,
because,
flip it.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
If anything,
Because they were
rioting because
they had no reason to burn shit up. They didn't have a reason to burn shit up. What we were doing, well, not me, but you know, the peoples were taking shit over. You're gonna look up uprising. What does it say?
Uprising, an act of resistance or rebellion, or revolt.
Bang!
I.
Toma, come on now. Why it's all caps? Why you mad?
Ah, man.
Tell them why you mad, son. Typing in all caps.
Okay. You
Am I
heard
right?
that, right?
Am I right?
A violent disturbance of the peace by a crowd.
I'm gonna look at the camera for a second.
You know what? But see, that's what I'm saying. This is what I mean. We're getting into schematics, right? But I do get
uprising.
an act of resistance or rebellion, a revolt. But
That's
guess
exactly
what, though?
what happened.
But there was violence attached to what went on.
Wait. What kind of violence?
That I'm down for. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
But
The
what
only part
violence?
that I'm not down for is
Yeah.
that you do it in your own town.
Oh, whoa.
Go to their town.
Do any of those people who live in that town own any of that property?
Oh no. They don't own Target. They don't own none of that.
It's people from the outside. But I'm saying
though, but yeah. But
and I get it.
Go to their hood. Go to their town. Go to their shit and fuck their. Yeah, I tell you what though. Let 20 blacks walk into their town.
Mm-hmm.
They're shutting it down.
Yeah. Well, they tried.
They'll let 1,000 minorities run loose in their hood, and they'll let it live because they're like, whatever.
But you know what?
Once again, uprising, an act of resistance.
Yep.
An act of resistance or revolt, riot, a violent disturbance of the peace. And it was a violent disturbance of the peace because there is no peace for us, how they felt. Mm-hmm. So we are going to riot. We are violently going to burn shit up. We're going to flip it, whether it's ours, yours, I don't care who owns it, my hood, your hood. We're going to burn some shit up in a violent manner because that is an act of violence. You're not just protesting, but we're doing it to disturb the peace because we have no peace, so nobody has peace until we get our peace.
Yeah. I'm still going to call it uprising, though.
I'm going to call it a little bit of both. I feel like a protest would be an uprising because it is an act of revolt. It's not violent.
Let me see uprising again.
Let me get that. An act of resistance or rebellion or revolt. Doesn't say anything about violence.
It could be a protest, but disturbing.
No, I didn't say that. Not really.
A protest is disturbing. A protest is supposed to be disturbing. I'm still with uprising because it was a revolt. Because I feel the protests are uprising. The riots are riots. No, an uprising. Yeah, you're not gonna win this one.
I won it in my head. In my head, I won.
An uprising. No, I like to call it because we are revolting against something that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's an uprising. What happened after, whatever, it's still an uprising. It's still an uprising.
It's part of the uprising. So how about we just put both of them in one?
I'm still calling it uprising.
It starts with an uprising.
Whatever happens underneath that, that's
all right. It's an uprising that leads to a riot that hopefully is like a grandchild of the uprising. You know what I mean?
Whatever. But anyway, man.
What else you wanted to touch on?
So that's the whole.
So they charge those cops.
Yep.
We'll find out if they get convicted. What else you want to touch on?
Well, we did a little bit of the Kaepernick, Martin Luther King.
Yup.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So I watched today, Teach Us Right, I think it was called. It's a documentary. It's a documentary, I think, on Netflix.
I think I might have heard of that. Teach Us Right.
Mm-hmm. Is it Teach Us Right? Or Teach Us 2 or some...
Nope, you're wrong.
I am wrong. I know. That's what... Teach Us All. Ha! Bang. Teach Us All.
Yep.
I know. Dang.
I feel like, what is it, a TED Talk?
No, it's not a TED Talk. It's a documentary on Netflix.
It's Brown versus the Board of Education.
It starts off with Brown versus the Board of Education. It touches on that. It stems from that. What it goes into is what I've been saying lately about our educational system.
Yeah. I could go.
It's a real big.
I could go ham on that too.
It's a real big thing, but basically, all I'm gonna say is
you got to listen to episode 1 with T. We went in on education.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to go in on it. I never, not yet, want to go in on it right now.
On education.
Until
this is resolved. You want to spread yourself too thin?
Not even that. No, that's a whole nother.
It's a whole nother movement.
It's a whole nother movement, and also at the same time, I'm only speaking from experience from a couple different places, and I don't want to start. I want to do my research a little bit more.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah,
I don't like well informed. Come about it.
Yeah.
Once again, play devil's advocate. Be like, up and
I
then
want to have
come up with your.
Yeah, I don't want to have. I want, I could tell you the difference between working in Highland Park and working in Perth Amboy. You know what I'm saying? It is a big difference in those two places.
Of course.
But I watch the documentary if you have time. It's it talks about, it starts off in the integration of Little Rock, the 9, I think it was, and the state of schools today. And before I was online, and I was talking about, I forgot what it was. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Teach us all about diversity in teachers
And the school system. Yeah.
How we need more teachers of color in the school system. But I say all that to say today I saw really, this guy, his name is Gary, down in Baton Rouge. And this is what I want people to do.
It's Gary down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All right.
He's an activist, from what I understand. Sean King had him on and everything. And I wish more people would go and check their school boards if they are not happy with the way things are, and they see that things are not being taught and some things are being taught. Like, I know Black history is not being taught. When, I posted something up that we know who Martin Luther King is, Rosa Parks. We know who they are. You know what I'm saying? They touch on W.E.B. Du Bois.
W.E.B. Du Bois, yep.
One time, 2 times, a couple times.
Yeah,
but,
something like.
But we don't have enough. Those are 3 African Americans.
There's so many inventions that were made by African Americans.
But we don't know about the genocide. We don't know about the indigenous genocide that happened here.
We don't know about a lot.
Yeah, so
that's a problem.
That is a problem.
So go to your school board and find out the curriculum.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the curriculum for my daughter's school, because I'm trying to figure out how to homeschool her, because I'm schooling her at home already. I have to tell her about all this. I have to tell her history. I have to tell her history of American history, because Black history is American history, and it didn't start off as slaves.
Nope.
We didn't start as slaves.
Kings and queens.
Kings, queens, doctors.
Everything.
Yo, they had a whole in Africa. They had a whole civilization.
Yep.
That you stole people from. Anyway, so Gary went and checked this woman named Connie. Connie, while people were talking, about the kids' schools and everything like that, was online shopping, and there was a picture that was shown.
No way.
Of her online shopping while these people were talking, and he called her out so bad she walked out. Now they're asking for her resignation. Wow. Watch Teach Us All. Please get an understanding of what's going on in because I know you don't have children, but you have a niece and nephew. And I learned more outside of school, after I graduated, than I did in. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I don't want to speak too much on it, because I got to do a lot more research. But
that'll be the next episode.
Yeah.
We get into the school system. You know what? We'll save it, because we're almost at 2 hours in. Right? I will also... next time we meet up, right? Which I hope you come back.
I'm coming back.
I want to get... And this is a good conversation to have, right? Because it isn't necessarily, this is just, there isn't no timing of now compared to then. It's just what the system is. I want to talk about the court system and the school system. Yeah. On both of them, and how relevant they are to each other. Yeah. That it would sound like they're 2 separate things, when in reality, they coexist within themselves. Yeah. Depending on who you are, though.
You watch this documentary, you get a touch of what is it? School to prison pipeline.
Yeah, school to prison pipeline.
Yeah, you get that. Of
course. Did you hear that? Before we end out, let's end off on this note. All right. Did you hear that they just arrested a judge for selling Black kids to a prison?
Yes, I've seen that. I saw that.
Just in case
2 years
people
ago.
don't know. No, this came up on my news today.
Oh no, this is I know this.
No, I seen it today.
Oh, he was sentenced. Oh, that he was arrested a while ago. Then
I had that shit all in caps.
Yeah, stop being so mad. Jeez. He was sentenced.
I feel like no. I saw that today.
I heard about it a while ago that it
Was
was
it?
I guess it was speculation.
Yeah, but this came up on my shit today.
Put news.
Oh yeah, right.
No, it's right there. The button that says news. Bang.
Damn, man. I can't believe I can't find it. Oh, well, I'll put it up on... And once I find the article, I'll put it up on all the social media, AWOL podcasts, all that. And I also want to let people know if you agree or don't agree, or if you feel like you in a conversation, I want them to email the AWOL pod. That's TheAWOLPOD@gmail.com. And let me know something. And listen, I'm not out here. I am not a Harvard. I'm not Cornell West. All right.
I'm not.
You know what I mean?
I'm not Michelle Obama with all her beautiful degrees or anything like that.
I'm just listening. I'm just talking shit.
Regular people who are aware of what's going on in the world, and we just have a voice to do it. And thank you. I want to thank you for giving me a chance to voice my everything, concerns and voice everything that I needed to say, because I talk a lot on social media and stuff like that, but I never get to have this conversation with people, because a lot of the people that I speak to are not on this level where we can have a conversation about stuff.
I appreciate that. I really don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm just like turning mics on and being like, yo, what's up? How you feeling? But I'm trying to be humble about it, right? Because I really don't know, really.
I think you're starting something, and you're giving the voice to people who can use the voice, who needs a voice.
Yeah. So hopefully, this is what I'm trying to do. And yeah, I thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And hopefully you come back.
I'll come back. Just let me know.
Word.
When you're ready.
Word. Thank you.
I'll let you know when I'm ready.
All right, cool. Sandra, thank you so much.